Platform Paradox. Why your next big move isn't just about tech.
There's been a lot of talk about esports, so I'm good to give you a little bit of a breath of fresh air and talk about another subject for a moment. First, to introduce myself, I'm Ashley Lang. I'm the CEO of Pragmatic Solutions. Pragmatic Solutions is the sister company of the technology leader Pragmatic Play. We're a separate business unit, and our core focus is on platform technology, and by that we mean player account management platform, CMS, and back-end technologies to power your business. And the interesting thing for me when speaking versus being a product provider like a sportsbook or an esports provider we've spoken to before is that one thing I know for sure is that every operator in the audience, every operator listening, requires and operates on a single platform solution. So it is a mission-critical decision for every operator at some point in their journey, either when they're starting out and establishing their business, or at some point as their business grows, they might be provoked to reconsider whether they have the right platform for their business. And it is a paradox because the title of this presentation says, well, that move isn't just about technology. And I'll explain my position on that to make sense of it, because of course, it is about technology at the heart of it, but we've been in this business for over 10 years now. We speak to a lot of operators. You can imagine operating under the Pragmatic brand, there's a high expectation for what we can deliver in terms of platform technology, and by our association with Pragmatic, we're often on the list of platforms that operators will consider. So our phone rings a lot when operators are at the position of evaluating their platform. And I hope today I can give you some insights into what we hear from speaking to lots of operators considering platform selection, the criteria, the decision-making process, how they approach it, and how they map that to achieving their business objectives. And we have so many of these conversations, and we've learned so much that we think is insightful to operators facing that platform decision that we published a white paper this year entitled A Pragmatic Approach to Platform Selection to help guide operators through that decision-making process. And some of what I hope to talk about today is going to give you some insights into that thought piece that we've produced and discuss with you the approach outside of just the technical evaluation to selecting a platform. So, with that in mind, what do I mean by platform selection approach or platform strategy? Not just about choosing platform technology, because prior to even selecting what technology is the right platform to operate your business, we advise operators to begin first with your business objectives. What are you trying to achieve in your operational business? What are your business goals? What markets are you intending on entering? What products do you look to add? What scale is your business today, and what scale do you intend your business to grow to? Technology should service your business objectives. Technology itself shouldn't be the business objective unless it's to the end of achieving the business goals. So we encourage operators to think first about their business goals and then begin the process of evaluating technology on the factors that it will contribute to a de-risking and accelerating the delivery of your business objectives. Now, when it comes to looking at technology, one thing we notice when speaking with operators is, without fail, everybody starts with a technical checklist. Some operators are quite detailed in what they require in an RFP document, services, features, and functionality, integrations that they require, regulatory compliance controls that they require. But for many operators, that's the extent of their focus when selecting platform. They're looking only at the technology. And we think it's really important to look absolutely at a technical evaluation, look at the technology stack, evaluate the competency of the technology team that's developed the platform. But I'd like to introduce the idea of widening the aperture a bit and looking at two other areas with the technology evaluation being in the middle. Prior to that, we suggest it's equally important to look at the pedigree and look at the history of the company that you're speaking to about technology. So when you're evaluating a technology platform on what attributes it has and what technical capabilities it has today, you need to understand who is the company that built this technology that you're about to enter into a very serious relationship with that will last many years. Many platform licensing arrangements and customer relationships with their platform vendor are half-decade or a decade or longer contractual terms. And unlike content or sportsbook selection, platform selection is a one-to-one relationship as an operator. So it's a very high-risk decision to take and a very important decision for your business that can define your success in the future. So it's important to understand who you're doing business with. Who are the developers that built the technology that you're about to rely your business on, and how many of them are still with the company? What is the incentive that they have to remain with the technology that you're about to license? Have the company retain the intellectual knowledge within the company to make changes to the technology that you will be licensing by having the engineers and architects that designed the platform in the first instance available to support changes that you might need to make in the future? And looking backwards at the company's history, do they have a track record of making good business decisions in the best interests of their customers? Who are their customers? How long have their customers been licensees of that platform? And what is the profile of the customers that are using the technology that you're considering using for your business? Are they a similar scale to you? Do they have the same sort of priorities that your business has? Are they in regulated markets or unregulated markets? If they're in regulated markets, are they in markets that you intend to go into with your business? So does this platform provider have a history of servicing its customers, retaining customers, and are those customers happy? And how closely do those customers match the profile of the business that you're operating? So that backwards view is really important, and it gives context to the middle view, the today's snapshot of the technology that you're looking at. And too often when we speak with operators, the extent of their evaluation of technology is strictly the technology itself and not the pedigree or history of the company that got there. And we believe that's a really critical piece of the evaluation process. Also, in terms of the loyalty of the customer base that they have, are those customers at a scale that you are either operating your business on today or at a scale that you aspire to go to as evidence of the scalability and performance of that technology at scale? And have any customers left that platform? Now, this is a question I too infrequently get asked from operators that are evaluating our technology, is they don't often ask me about our other customers and how many customers we've had leave our platform. But it's actually an interesting question. Migration, we deal with medium to large scale to enterprise scale operators. So most often customers coming to our platform are migrating from a legacy platform. And when operators ask us about our experience with migrations, I always say, well, migrating someone from a legacy platform to ours, we have tremendous experience with. We've done large-scale database migrations onto our platform flawlessly, bringing across not just the player account records, but also configurations and compliance controls in that migration. So migration to our platform, we have a lot of experience with. Migration off of our platform, we have zero experience with. We've never had a customer move off of our platform. And I think it's a bit of a funny way of putting it in that context, but the truth is that our customers are very loyal. And this is something that we'd like to have the opportunity to talk about, and all too often isn't part of what operators are evaluating when they're looking at technology. Now, so that gets you through understanding who you're about to go into business with, because it's a serious, committed business relationship, critical to the future success of your business. The midpoint is looking at an in-depth, critical evaluation of the technology platform, and that involves meeting the technology teams, talking with the operational development and technical support teams within that operator's technology. It's not just about licensing the platform, it's about who is going to be there day-to-day to service your business on the platform, and who are the engineers, and have you met them and had a chance to engage with them about the technology that you're considering to license. So that's the today piece. Now the third part that I think is really important too is the forward trajectory of the platform company that you're speaking with aligned with your future business goals and objectives? Take, for example, if it's critical to your business to grow from where you are today into regulated markets and expand into more markets. You need to ask the platform technology vendor that you're considering working with, do they share those business objectives? Are those markets that they're already operating in today? Are they markets that they're willing to go through the hurdles that are necessary of certification, homologation, regulatory compliance, control, development, and all these other things that are necessary to take you with them into those regulated markets? Are they able to make long-term commitments and live up to those commitments with you And are they interested in your business plans? Are they interested in what your projections are, what your product development strategy is, what your development roadmap is, and are they able to support it going forward? Now, again, we speak to medium to large scale operators, and without exception, every operator that's licensing a platform like ours at that scale in their business has development requirements to build upon the technology. And fortunately, in another session, we could talk about the arc of technology and how it's evolved to more open technology platforms like ours that we consider a CPU on the motherboard, of which, upon our technology, you can develop and connect and integrate all sorts of complementary services. That's a subject for another discussion. But what it relates directly to is that every operator has an ongoing demand for development services. And no matter how many licensees may share the technology that powers your business, for you to that vendor, you want to feel like their only and most important customer. And in order to do that, you need to have a commitment from them to provide you a model for development resource access to accelerate your roadmap specific to your business. So you need to have a conversation with that platform provider about how are they going to provide you the resources and what's their operating model of licensing and developing upon the platform to support your business. Now, I can see that I'm running short on time, and if you've met me before, you know I could talk, but I wanted to just hope that I gave you a little bit more of an enlightenment about how we see it's not just the provision of a technology platform, and that's something we'd love to talk with any operator about, the tech itself, but it's also the approach that you take and the strategy that the technology decision for your business has in achieving your future business goals. And I hope this has been an opportunity for me to open your eyes to looking at more than just the technology to achieve that goal. Thank you very much today.